Hi, my name is Brooke, and today I'm going to be giving Mrs. Jones a bed bath and changing her linens. Hi, Mrs. Jones. My name is Brooke, and I'm going to be your student nurse today. I'm going to be here until 5 p.m., and I'm going to help you with your bed bath and changing your linens. So first thing you want to do is raise the bed to working height. So get it up here, so you don't have to bend over. And then I am going to lower the rail on the side that I'm on. And then I'm going to take this comforter, and as long as it's not dirty, I'm going to save it, and we're going to reuse it after we're done giving her a bath. And we're going to make sure we don't put it on the floor, and we're going to make sure it goes on her furniture, nobody else's. Okay, next I'm going to lower this. Mrs. Jones, I'm going to lower this, and we're going to get a bath blanket, and we're going to cover her up for privacy, to maintain as much privacy as we can. Now that we've got this, Mrs. Jones, I'm going to take your gown off, and once again we're going to try and keep her covered as much as possible.
Raise your bed up to a working height first. And put your side leg down. Then you'll work your comforter down to your feet. Okay, your back blanket on you so you can stay comfortable.
Okay. And this is going to go, and her gown is going to go into the dirty linens.
You do this.
Next, we're going to remove the sheet. So, Mrs. Jones, I'm going to have you grab onto the top of that so I can pull the sheet out.
Your sheet up.
And this is also dirty, so it's going to go into the dirty linens. Also, before I started this, I would have put gloves on. I forgot, but I'm going to pretend I had gloves on. Make sure she's covered. All right, Mrs. Jones, the first thing we're going to do is wash your face. So we're going to grab our basin, and we're going to get warm water. And then we're going to ask Mrs. Jones, is this water okay? Is it too warm, too cold? How is it? She said it's okay, then it's time to start washing. So we're going to get a nice clean washcloth. We're going to get wet, no soap on this when we're washing our face. And we're going to get her eyes first. So we're going to get one corner of the washcloth, and we're going to start from the inner corner and go to the outer. And then we're going to go to another corner of the washcloth and go inner to outer. And then we are going to wash her face. All right. Now we're going to get a new washcloth. And we are also going to get a towel. All right, Mrs. Jones, we are going to wash your arms first. So we're going to expose her arm. And we're going to get a towel, and we're going to put it underneath to try and keep the bed as dry as possible. Okay, and then I'm going to get a new clean washcloth, and I'm going to wash her arms from distal to proximal. And then I'm going to get under her armpit. Okay, Mrs. Jones, I'm gonna take the bath towel, and we're gonna get your other arm. They're covered back up here. Once again, we're using the towel to keep the bed dry. And then, once again, we're going to go distal to proximal for the whole arm. And then once again, we're going to do her armpit. Okay, Mrs. Jones. Next, we're going to get your chest. So we're going to get a new washcloth. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if I did, but we're going to change washcloths between arms. So I'm going to get a new washcloth for chest and abdomen. Washcloth. Put this off to the side. And you're going to want to keep her as covered as possible to maintain privacy. So we're going to lift this up and get her chest. We're going to make sure we get underneath the breast, especially if it's a woman, which Mrs. Jones is. And then we're going to get abdomen down to pelvis. And especially, you want to make sure you pat the underneath the breast dry. Or if they are obese and they have folds, you want to make sure you wash those really well and dry them really well. All right, Mrs. Jones. Next, we're going to do your legs. So we're going to get a new washcloth. Going to take our towel and we're going to expose one leg at a time. Once again, towel to make sure the bed stays dry. Okay. And just like with your arms, you're going to go distal to proximal. So distal to proximal. And then we're going to wash feet. Or foot, her foot. Okay, we got that leg done. All right, Mrs. Jones, we're gonna get your other leg now. So again, expose just the leg. The blanket or the towel under her, keep her bed dry. All right, and we're gonna get a new, we would have changed washcloths between this. We'd get a new washcloth. So, washcloth. Once again, distal to proximal. Distal. Distal to proximal. Distal. And then foot. Okay, at this point, we would give pericare, and for pericare, you want to make sure that you go front to back, never back to front, because you can get bacteria and stuff in your urethra and vagina. And then for male, you want to make sure you get all surfaces of the scrotum, the penis, and if they are circumcised, you want to get underneath the foreskin and make sure you put the foreskin back where you're done. All right, Mrs. Jones. Next thing we're gonna do is turn Mrs. Jones over and get her back and buttocks. Okay, so I'm gonna help her get turned over. All right, Mrs. Jones, we're gonna get you turned over. We don't want this to be, we want her to be covered, but we don't want this to be like tucked underneath her. Okay. All right, Mrs. Jones, we're gonna get you rolled over here. I'm gonna make sure her back and butt stays covered. We're gonna get her a pillow so she doesn't, so she's comfortable. Okay, and then now we're gonna get a new washcloth.
Alright, Mrs. I'm gonna take off your gown. Start with your arm.
Okay, and we're gonna get the back. So we're gonna wash back, top down. You wanna go to the top of the buttocks. Down. And then, once again, change your washcloth. And then we're gonna do your buttocks, Mrs. Jones. So, just like the front, we want to do front to back. Front to back. And with each swipe, you wanna make sure that you change the area of your washcloth, and when it becomes soiled, get a new one. So yeah, wash and then front to back, front to back. Once again, changing washcloth. Okay, now we're gonna get a new washcloth, and we are going to do legs. Okay, Mrs. Jones, we're gonna get your legs. So for legs, back of the legs, you want to do, once again, distal to proximal, and try not to touch the buttocks. If you do, you can get a new washcloth.
Okay, Mrs. Jones.
So we're gonna do front.
We're gonna wash
Gonna
your
get that.
arms.
Okay. Now we're gonna do her other leg.
The one farthest away from me.
And once again, we're gonna do distal to proximal. Distal to proximal. Okay. All right, Mrs. Jones, I'm gonna change your fitted sheet now. So what we're going to do is take this halfway off and tuck this underneath Mrs. Jones as much as possible. We want to make sure that the back blanket doesn't get caught in there. Okay. We're gonna get our new fitted sheet. Nice and clean. And we're gonna put this on. Oh wait, after I tuck that in, I need to change my gloves. So I've changed my gloves and now I'm putting the sheet on. I'm gonna tuck this new sheet under the old one. Okay, now I'm going to raise the bed rail and I'm going to move to the other side of the bed. And I'm going to instruct Mrs. Jones that she's going to be rolling over a lump. Mrs. Jones, you're going to be rolling over a lump. We're going to get your other half of your bed sheet on. So we're going to roll her over, and hold on. We want to make sure that that bed sheet is not like underneath her. And then we're going to roll her over again. Here we're going to get this side rail down first. Now we're going to roll her over onto the other side so we can get the other half of the sheet on. Make sure she stays covered. Okay. So we're going to take this and we're going to throw it in the dirty linens. Then I'm going to change gloves. And we're going to put this on. Make sure it's nice and wrinkle-free as possible. Now we're going to have Mrs. Jones roll back onto her back. Alright, Mrs. Jones, we're going to roll you back onto your back. Make sure she's not laying on the blanket or it's going to be hard to get out from underneath her. And then we're going to make sure her head she's comfortable. She's got a pillow in her head. Alright, Mrs. Jones, now we're going to get your gown, a new gown on. Sure, her legs are all... Okay. We're going to get the gown. Okay. Alright. We're going to pull the blanket down, still once again keeping her as covered as possible.
Okay. So you come over to your right leg. Lift your leg up. That way I can put this underneath you.
Gonna pull this up.
Making sure to get everywhere.
And now we're gonna take the bath blanket out from underneath her.
Feet. Make sure you get your toes and heels.
We're gonna put this in the linen, dirty linens. And we're going to make her bed. So once again, I'm gonna get,
This is where I would provide closer if necessary.
go and get her flat sheet and comforter. So this is a clean flat sheet, and this is her comforter that we used from before.
Water really fast, so don't mind me. Put you back in. All right, Mrs. Wing, we're gonna work to the back side of your body. Lift it back up.
Gonna make sure everything is nice and neat. This doesn't look very nice and neat. Wanna make sure it's as nice as possible.
We're gonna be a little bit uncomfortable.
And then we're gonna put your comforter on.
And I'm gonna roll you in three. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna start with your back, Mrs. Jones. I'm gonna put my towel down. Make sure I'm gonna get your back really well. Make sure I get it all the way.
All right, Mrs. Jones, we got you covered up. Now I'm going to lower the bed to a safe position. Okay, and then I'm gonna make sure she's comfortable. Mrs. Jones, are you comfortable? Do you need the bed adjusted? Also, I'm gonna make sure that the call light is within reach. And I'm gonna make sure her table and personal belongings are also within reach. Also, I forgot earlier, after I'm done washing the back, I would ask if she wanted lotion or a back massage. And I'm done.